Welcome to my crochet tutorial where we'll create a beautiful bolero using the mesh stitch and a combination of yarn and textures. This bolero is perfect for adding a touch of elegance to any outfit and is great for any season. Whether you're new to crochet or have some experience, you'll find this tutorial easy to follow and fun to complete. So let's grab your crochet hook and yarn and let's get started together. With a crochet hook in our hands and open hearts and minds, we'll explore the endless possibilities that different fibers can bind. So let's embrace the beauty of simplicity and let our yarns do the talking as we create with ease. So grab your crochet hook and yarn and let's get started, creating a bolero that leaves everyone enchanted. Guys, for this project I'm using one strand of this. This is 100% mercerized cotton, and one strand of this, and I'm using a 4mm crochet hook and scissors. We're gonna start here making a slip knot, and I just wrap it around my finger 2 times and then pass this over the first one, and the second one I pass it over the top of my finger. That's how I make a slip knot. We're gonna start making 80 chains. So I have 5 here, and I meet you guys when you have 80 in total. I just finished here my chain and it measures 20 inches, and this is for size small. If you want size medium, just add 1 inch, and for size large, add another inch. Guys, here let's add 4 more chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now let's count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's make a double crochet in the 6th chain from the hook. Here we're gonna continue making the mesh stitch, which is chain 1, skip 1, and we make a double crochet in the next stitch, and this is going to be the pattern that we're going to use for this bolero. So let's do chain 1, skip 1, and we make a double crochet in the next stitch. So we continue like that across, and I meet you guys when you finish with this row. Let's turn our work and let's make chain 3, and this chain counts for double crochet. And now we're gonna make a double crochet in the chain 1 space. Then we're gonna make chain 1 and double crochet in the next chain space, or chain 1 space. So guys, let's continue like that with chain 1 and double crochet in the next chain 1 space, and I meet you guys right at the end. We are right here at the end, so let's make a double crochet in this chain space, and we always have to mirror what we did on the other side. And remember, at the other side we didn't do a chain 1, but we just went right away and we made double crochet. So we're gonna make a double crochet in the 3rd chain from the beginning, and we're gonna finish that way. here I just finished the second row, and now I'm gonna turn my work. And to start with the third row, we're gonna make chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this counts for double crochet. Now we're gonna chain 1, and we're gonna make the first double crochet in this chain space. We're skipping these 2 right here, and we're gonna make the double crochet in that chain space. And now we're gonna continue normal row. We're gonna continue the same way we did the rows, with chain 1, and then we jump to the chain space, and now chain 1, and we jump to the next chain space, and we continue like that, repeating the same pattern until the end, and I meet you guys right at the end. We do chain 1 and then double crochet in the third chain from the beginning, chain 3, and we finish our third row like this. Now we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3, we turn our work, and for the row 4 we're gonna do exactly the same we did in row 2. So we're gonna do a double crochet right in this chain space, and we are not making chain 1 there, and then we're gonna make chain 1, and we jump to the next chain 1 space, and we continue like that. And guys, the 5th row you're gonna repeat row 3, and you're gonna continue like that consecutively until you get to 10 rows. Guys, now we're gonna start with the shoulder area. So you measure about 6 inches from each side. You use a stitch marker, and it's gonna be 8 inches for the neck, and then we're gonna start crocheting a normal row until we get to the stitch marker. We're gonna continue this row until the stitch marker, and then we're gonna make 2 more rows following the same pattern we did here. Guys, the second row we're gonna make chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna turn our work, and because we're following the same pattern we did in this part, we're gonna make a double crochet right here in the first chain space, and then we're gonna make chain 1, and we're gonna jump to the next chain space, chain 1, let's go to the next chain space, and we do double crochet, chain 1, and we continue like that. We're gonna make 1, 2, 3, and then we have to go to the other side, and then you have to make the back panel, which is exactly the same. Guys, now we're gonna start joining the shoulders before crocheting the sleeves. So let's do right now a slip knot, and so let's insert our hook, and then let's join the yarn. Let's start making here chain just to secure the yarn right there. And now let's do a slip stitch going through this front loop, and then the back loop on the other side, like this one right here. This yarn over, pull through everything, and you start doing a slip stitch right there. Let's do it again. let's insert the hook in the front loop here, and in the back panel let's insert it in the back loop. Just yarn over and pull through everything. There you have, you start having a chain in this top. And let's do it again. In this front panel we take the front loop and the back loop in the back panel, yarn over and pull through everything. Let's continue doing that. Let's join this shoulder area and the other shoulder, and meet you guys right at the end. Now I finished joining both sides of the shoulder, and this would be the front side, and if you just turn it around, you see this is the final look in the right side, and I finished already joining both sides. Now we're gonna go ahead and start with the sleeves. Guys, now we're gonna join these two corners with a chain, and we're gonna start with a slip knot, and we have to make a chain that measures about 1 inch for size small, and just increase 1/2 inch for size medium and another 1/2 inch for size large. So let's make here right in the corner. Don't take the first one, but take this one right in the corner. Insert your hook right there, join the yarn, and let's make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are making the hole of our sleeve right here. We're gonna join right at the other corner. We're gonna make a slip stitch right there, and we're working on the right side of our piece. So here we're gonna start with our first row, and we're gonna continue with the same pattern. And for starting right here, we're gonna make chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That counts for double crochet and chain 1. And we're gonna make our first double crochet in this chain 1 space right here, and then chain 1, and then double crochet in the next chain space. We continue like that, chain 1 and double crochet in the next chain space, chain 1 and double crochet in each chain space. We have to continue just around, and this is gonna be our first round. And I want to show you guys right here where we join the two panels. We just have to find just a chain right in the middle to make our double crochet. So I'm going to show you guys when we get to this joining area. So I'll meet you guys right there. So I just got here to this joining area where the two panels are joined, and I'm going to just find one point right in the middle, one chain right there in the middle, and I'm gonna make a double crochet. Then we continue the same way with one chain and one double crochet in every chain space, and that's gonna be the pattern. I'll meet you guys right at the end. Now I got here to this area where we did the joining with chain 4, and we're gonna continue with the same thing. Chain 1, we're gonna just count in the second chain, so we skip 1. In the second we make a double crochet, and then chain 1, skip 1, and in the second, in the fourth, right, you make a double crochet. Now you make chain 1, and then you're gonna join in the third chain from the beginning, chain 4. You're gonna join right there with the slip stitch, and that's how we finish our first row. We're gonna continue with the same pattern we did for our piece, and so we're gonna make chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna double crochet right in this first chain space. Now we're gonna chain 1, and we're gonna jump to the next chain space, and we continue like that. Chain 1 and double crochet in the next chain space, and this is going to be our second round. So we're going to continue with the same pattern we did for the whole piece, and we're going to continue like that with as many rows as you need for the length of your sleeve, but approximately it's going to be 30 rounds. Tell me, you guys, when you are done with around 30 rounds. Hi guys, I want to show you here my sleeve. I just got to the wrist area, and it's about 15 inches the length and about 30 rows. So you have an idea when to start increasing, so that this is how it's looking right now. And I'm gonna show you the next step. So guys, here we're gonna start increasing to make the bell sleeve right at the end. From now on, we're gonna continue increasing for about 4 more inches, and or if you want a little less of bell sleeve, just less rows, but I would say approximately about this, which is 4 inches, about 10 rows of increases. And now we're gonna start making the sleeve in the bell shape, and for that we're gonna start increasing. We're gonna start here with a single crochet, then we're gonna make 1, 2, and 3 chains, and now we're gonna make a double crochet in the same chain space. Here we have our first increase, and now we're gonna increase right in the opposite side. So when we are right at this point right here, we're gonna increase. So now we're gonna continue with a chain 1 and double crochet in the next chain space, chain 1 and double crochet in the next chain space. Doesn't matter, that has to be exactly right in the opposite side, but approximately, and that's gonna make the bell sleeve look nicer, in my opinion. You can just mark the opposite side with a stitch marker, and then you know where to do the increases. So okay guys, so let's meet right at the opposite side to make the other increase. So I got here where my stitch marker is, and here I'm gonna make increase. So I make a double crochet, chain 1 and another double crochet in the same chain space. So if you see right here, you have an increase. And then we continue exactly the same way we just been doing the pattern. you chain 1 and making a double crochet in the next chain space, and we continue our round. So I meet you guys right at the end. Guys, right here at the end, I just need to make my chain 1 and then 1, 2, 3 slip stitch in that chain. I'm gonna continue with the next round, and I'm gonna keep increasing for 9 more rounds. So this is the first one, and I'm gonna make total 10 rounds increasing same way, one right here and one in the opposite side. We're gonna go ahead and make single crochet right there. We're gonna make 1, 2, 3 chains, and then we're gonna make a double crochet in the same chain space, and then chain 1, and we make a double crochet in the next chain space, and we continue until we find the stitch marker, and then on top of that increase we can make the other one. So I'll meet you guys at the end when you finish 10 rounds total with increases, and that's actually going to be your bell sleeve finished, and then you can go ahead and make the other sleeve, and we're pretty much done. So I'll meet you guys right at the end.